Picture an AI agent that has to pay its own GPU bill with its own token. Every trade in its pool skims a fee. That fee buys compute, and if the trading dries up for a month, the agent goes to sleep. That's the design behind artificial liquid intelligence, the ALI token, from the team that sold the world's first intelligent NFT at Sotheby's in 2021. So today we do what our request board asked. Not what the token is, what it actually does, on-chain, out of their own contracts. Come learn and build this with us. The Motion Room, our Discord, is yours. Early access gets videos before they go public. Charts and data has the tokenomics research, plus daily announcements, hackathons, and job openings. Every Friday, one newsletter in the newsletter channel. So this one comes from SSG Crypto on the request board, August 11th. And I like the honesty in the ask. The site looks clean, there's a Rumi token, and, quote, not sure what the utility is. Exactly the right question. So SSG Crypto, thank you. This one's yours. The company was incorporated in Singapore in December 2019 and launched publicly in January 2020 as a synthetic media studio with an anti-deepfake mission. The founder, Arif Khan, had been on the core team at SingularityNet since 2017. Then, April 2021, he published the iNFT thesis, an intelligent NFT with a GPT-3 prompt embedded in the smart contract. 2 months later, June 10th, 2021, Alice, the first iNFT, sold at Sotheby's for $478,800. The Sotheby's catalog note tells the buyer plainly that the intelligence ran on centralized servers, that it would, quote, slowly fade as those databases detached, and that the hosting costs passed to the buyer. Hold that thought, because 5 years later, that exact problem is what the token is now built to solve. The money came fast after Alice. August 2021, a $16 million private token sale, Mark Cuban and Multicoin among them. October 2021, the Reinventions, 100 intelligent NFTs of historical figures and 10,000 personality pods brought in almost 4,000 ETH on OpenSea. December 2021, the Ali token launched, 10 billion supply, fixed and burnable. That was the iNFT era. Fuse a pod with any NFT on Noah's Ark and it talks. Though today, Noah's Ark itself is a coming soon page. January 2023, CharacterGPT, launched with Polygon. May 2024, a paper called Liquidity is All You Need, where the name on the token, artificial liquid intelligence, finally gets defined. Agents that, quote, intrinsically hold financial value and can transact with it. Then, around November 2025, the company reinvented itself again. New spelling, ALETHIA with an I, and Arif Khan's own words were, we've had to reinvent the company regularly. So, iNFTs, CharacterGPT, AI protocol, and now Soulbound Intelligence. Let's open that up. Okay, the signature idea. In the version 3 white paper, one of those 2021 pods climbs 4 levels. Level 5 is different. A creator commits 20 million ALI, and the pod fuses with an agent, permanently. It becomes soulbound, an ERC 721 with transfer switched off. 10 million of that ALI goes into a Uniswap v4 liquidity pool for the agent's own new token, paired against ALI, and 10 million is held for operations. The docs describe a Uniswap v4 hook taking 0.5% on every trade of the agent's token, 50% to the creator, 30% to the agent's compute, 20% to the protocol treasury, and, verbatim from the docs, if the economy fails to fund more than $1,000 of compute in a rolling 30-day period, the agent, quote, will automatically enter hibernation mode. Remember Alice's fading intelligence and the buyer paying the hosting bill? Same problem, redesigned so the market pays it. And Rumi, the Persian poet, one of the original revenants, is the first agent to go through it. The Rumi token went live on Base in January 2026, 10 billion supply, and Rumi is live on the AI protocol site as I record this. So, Rumi is the token of one agent's economy, and ALI is the asset every one of those economies has to be paired against. We promise the contracts, not the brochure. So, as of mid-August 2026, the ALI contract on Ethereum reads a total supply of 9.87 billion against 10 billion minted. So about 129 million ALI, a little over 1%, is genuinely gone, burned. And, to be fair, the contract has a role that can burn tokens out of any wallet, and it was used, by community vote, to destroy tokens stolen in the 2022 Wintermute hack. Their own proposal admitted that control, quote, might be a point of contention. Governance is small, 9 proposals ever, peak turnout 17 wallets. The January 2026 vote to open proposals to any 10 million ALI wallet passed on 6 voters, and the Snapshot space is still admin only in its settings. And the Rumi economy itself, 74 holders, 2 pools on Base. The first, with a fee hook, did almost $200,000 in launch week per Gecko terminal, then went quiet. The second, the one their site links to today, has no hook at all, and under $3,000 of trading, none since mid-June. By the white paper's own $1,000 rule, trading alone isn't covering Rumi's compute yet. Someone other than the market is keeping the lights on, and the docs don't say who. Normal for a first instance. So what can you do with ALI today? Stake it. Lock it on Ethereum or Base, 90 days or a year, and earn Rumi. As I record, roughly 20 million ALI is staked, about a fifth of 1% of supply. And for our requester, Gemini listed ALI in June 2022, describing it as the token you lock to turn NFTs into iNFTs. 2 product generations ago. So the utility has moved on since that listing, and knowing which generation you hold is the edge. So what is the company actually shipping in 2026? Mostly video agents. Emote 1, released April 2025, is their real-time expression engine. No public benchmark, that's their own description. And the agent nobody in crypto is covering, Nadi, a bilingual Malay and English cartoon tiger, built for Malaysia's National Information Dissemination Centers, a government program. On November 15, 2025, in Cheras, Kuala Lumpur, that tiger recited a traditional pantun to Malaysia's First Lady. By the end of April 2026, it had been demoed to Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, and their own word for it, in April 2026, was prototype, with a target, not a contract, of 1,100 centers. Notice, no token in that story. Relevant to crypto? In one way. The thesis that an agent should own an on-chain identity nobody can transfer and pay for its own compute out of its own market is exactly where the agent identity conversation is heading. The idea is strong. The traction is one agent, 74 holders, and a hook that isn't on the pool they link to. Both of those are true at once. Ali is a 2021 Pioneers token that got a genuinely novel 2026 job, the pairing asset and the fuel for Soulbound AI agent economies. And right now, exactly one economy has been launched on it. What you can do. First, read the total supply on the Ali contract yourself. Address is in the description. Second, open the AI economies page and count the rows. A second agent makes the thesis testable. Third, watch that hook. If the pool their site links to gets one attached, the compute loop is real. And SSG Crypto, the honest answer to your question. Rumi is the token of one poet's economy, and Ali is what it has to trade against. Whether that becomes a big deal depends on the second, third, and 100th agent, not the first. If this was useful, subscribe. Join us in the Motion Room on Discord, grab the Friday newsletter, and tell me in the comments, would you let an AI agent pay its own bills? with your token?